Well, I'd like to welcome you to Theology 3, and I just wanted to take a brief moment to just introduce what we're going to be looking at for the next 8 weeks, and also what we need to be kind of paying attention to on the very forefront of our time together starting this week. I'm very excited about this class. I enjoy teaching Theology 3. I've taught it numerous times here at BBC Now Summit U, so welcome to the new Summit U, and for those of you who are entering into the class this summer. So I just wanted to, first of all, make a brief statement early on to make sure that you take a look at the syllabus that I just updated. Unfortunately, there was an older edition of the syllabus that was updated, that was imported into the course, and I just wanted to kind of briefly just remind you to go back into the course, and if you've already downloaded the syllabus before this evening, to go back into the course and download that syllabus. That is the correct one. There were some changes that have been made since that last syllabus was embedded into the course. So you'll want to make sure and do that, because there's no final exam, and one of the textbooks has been removed as well. So you'll want to make sure and take a look at that for the updated assignments for that as well. And with that being said, it's very important for you to make sure that you take a close look at the syllabus. You'll see where all of the assignments that are due for the course are going to be there, and giving you some really good, clear instructions about the research paper that will be due for the course, listing for you exactly what I'll be expecting for that as well. And not only the syllabus, but it's a good idea to really look over the course as well, to see how things are structured, to see what we're going to be doing on a weekly basis. You're going to see that we're going to be involved in discussion forums each week. There's going to be some weekly assignments as well. And one of the unique assignments that's included in this course is what's called #Theology3. And if you're familiar with Twitter, you'll be familiar with what the expectations are for this assignment. So each week we're going to be looking at a very specific area in theology, in systematic theology. And what's important for us to understand, not that we that we're able to process and internalize the content that we're going to be looking at closely, but it's also important for us to be able to understand it. And there's a very significant difference between understanding something and being able to remember it rotely. So that's what the intention of is for this assignment, is that we're able to process it and mentally internalize it, so that we are able to change in our spiritual walk with Christ. So for Theology 3, the main topics that we're going to be looking at is anthropology. We're going to be looking at the study of man, what it is that man needs to be saved from. And tying in with that, we're going to be looking at soteriology, which is the doctrine of salvation, what Christ did on our behalf to purchase us or to redeem our souls, and what that looks like from a biblical perspective, and why we needed to be saved, and what all sin encompassed, what Adam did at the fall, how that impacted the entirety of creation. And leaning into that is we're going to be looking at the doctrine of hamartiology, or the doctrine of sin. We're going to be looking at in very close detail what original sin looked like, and also what personal sin looks like as well. And as we look at the doctrine of salvation, we're going to be looking a lot and very closely looking at what the true, authentic gospel is. And we're going to be taking an assignment really focusing in on what exactly the biblical gospel looks like. And we're going to be taking a close look also at what false doctrine teaches as well, and how closely some of that may very well align with what biblical truth is, and why it's easy for us for some to be lured by counterfeits, and why it's important for us as we're witnessing and as we're talking to others about spiritual truths, of what they're experiencing, what they may falsely understand the doctrine of salvation to be truly like, and what false views look like. So it's very important for us to have a really clear understanding of what the true gospel is, so that we're able to defend it, and also be able to answer other people's questions about what the biblical doctrine of salvation looks like. So, like I said, it's very important for us to make sure that we're looking at each of these assignments closely, I intended the assignments not to be busy work, but actually helping us to really truly understand who the character of God is. And that's the basic intention of looking at systematic theology, is we're looking at a closer level of who God is and why he can be trusted, and looking at how we can understand him in a deeper way so that our relationship with him grows and flourishes. And not only our personal relationship with him grows, but also so that we have a deeper, wider, broader impact on those around us as we're building up relationships with other people, and also as we're trying to be more biblical family members. We're loving our family and we're leading them in understanding biblical truth, and we're dealing with our family relationships in a way that honors God in every aspect. So just briefly, my name is Matt Boudelier, and I'll be happily facilitating this course, and I'll be the first to let you know that I don't count myself as a teacher in this course, because I believe that that I grow and I learn so much by facilitating this course from the students that it's too much for me to consider myself the teacher. So you teach me as much as I attempt to teach you. So, and God is the one that instructs all of us. So I count it a privilege and honor to be a part of this journey with you. So I take that very seriously. And and if you come across anything in the course materials that's difficult to understand, or something that you're having trouble with as far as like the technology is concerned, don't hesitate to contact me via the contact information that's provided for you on the course website. And I consider it a privilege if you have any prayer requests to share those with me, and I'll be more than happy to pray for you specifically, but also know that throughout the week I'll be praying for you in generally as a class as well. And I plan on having virtual office hours throughout the week as well, so I'll be designating one day throughout the week to hold office hours. So if there's something that's on your mind, if there's something that's about the course content that you want to discuss further, that would be the perfect opportunity for us to be able to do that as well. And just let me know if that would be something of interest to you as well. So hopefully we'll be able to share, and we'll be able to glean with one another as we're reading the content, and we're really trying to see how the content fits within our own personal walk with Christ. I expect for God to do magnificent things in this class. I expect him to open your eyes to new insights about who he is and about what he has done for us specifically, and what he expects for us to do as we're walking alongside with him in this journey that we call our faith walk. It's not something that, salvation is not something that we have experienced. It's not a one-time thing. God has justified us in that sense that he now sees us with through the sacrifice of his son, that we are now positionally holy in his sight, that he no longer counts our sins, our past, present, or future sins. He no longer holds those against us. But that doesn't mean that we don't have a particular job to do, that we are justified. But the sanctification process is just a part of that, where we are expected to walk in faith with him. Doesn't mean that we're doing acts of good deeds in order to curry favor with God. No, that process is that we are continually being made into the likeness of his son. At the fall, when Adam sinned originally, that he did bear the image of God. But at that time, at that particular juncture in human history, the image was now tainted by sin. Each and every one of us, whether we are saved or whether we're not saved, we each bear the image of God. This is why God has such a high view of human life. No matter if we're the most holy saint or we're the most destitute of sinners, God loves each and every one of us, and he desires each and every one of us to have a personal relationship with him. So I just pray, that is my hope and that is my prayer, that as we're walking through this course together, that you have a deeper understanding and recognition of God and how he sees human lives, that he sees each and every one of us as precious in his sight, that we begin to look at other people differently as God shines his light on who man is, and on how really horrendous sin is, as we grasp a really good understanding of what sin is and the depth of what it cost him to purchase us and to redeem us by sending his son Jesus Christ in our stead to absorb the wrath that we deserved for our sin. So, like I said, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me via the email address provided for you in the course website. Looking forward to seeing your introductions as you post them, and please feel free to post a YouTube video of your introduction so that we can all kind of put a face to the name, because I think that really provides a way in which we can build a social community together. And it's so much more exciting to see. And as we're looking at our discussion threads, I think it provides more of a context. We get to know each other a little bit better, and we get to understand the backstory behind maybe some of the things that we're sharing with one another in the discussion forum. So I'm looking forward to spending some time together in this next week, getting to know each and every one of you, getting to know each of your faith stories, and helping us to just share with one another, building up one another, and shouldering with one another as we learn more about Jesus Christ and helping in our walk of faith.